Hi guys, it's me Anne from Geeks of Green, and today I will show you a few plants that belong to the Monstera genus that I own, that are there here in my balcony. Since the plants are established and have been with me for a long time, some of which I cannot remove and bring it to my living room to show you clearly, I decided to bring you guys into my balcony today. The plants that I can move out, I will move out and pull them out and show them to you clearly. And the ones that have grown on the netting and have established themselves, I will leave them there, but I will try to get you as many clips to show you the plants clearly. Before I start showing you all my Monsteras, I would like to remind you to participate in the monthly giveaways that we have planned for this year, 2021. And this month's giveaway is sponsored by Milestone Studio, and they've sent us these really cute cup planters that you can win. To participate, go and read the description down below. The rules are all there. I also have put another link for you if you are confused as to how to use these planters. I've made a reel for that on Instagram, so you can go and check that out as well. So the first plant is the Monstera Adansonii, which is commonly called the broken heart philodendron, and it is one plant that is very easily found in most nurseries. So it has been with me for a very long time now. I have set it right at the outer ledge over there, and the plant has climbed up. It's growing on my dry area netting. So what had happened with this plant was I used to keep it in this spot right here. The plant was not growing because there was not enough light, and then it sent out one shoot outside to get light, and it established itself there. So I moved the pot to the ledge and I have let it climb over there, and it's been doing very well. Now Monstera Adansonii is a plant that needs good bright light. My balcony is a northeastern exposure. I get sunlight from the east, direct sunlight, for a couple of hours in summer and during the rainy season when it's not cloudy. So plants that need a lot of light are kept over here. A lot of light, as more light than the other shade loving plants that I keep. So my Adansonii, I've kept it as far out as possible so that it gets as much light as it needs to grow. Now, keeping an Adansonii in lower light conditions will not work. So if you have a bright balcony or if you have morning sunlight without any obstruction, then go for a Monstera Adansonii. And the leaves are really beautiful of this plant. It's got these beautiful fenestrations. Under the right conditions, the leaves grow really big. And there are many varieties even in the Adansonii. So you can pick and choose. And I like leaves with fenestrations, leaves that have a lot of holes. So they look really beautiful. Now the next Monstera that I will show you is the Monstera Albo Borsigiana, the variegated Monstera. Okay, so it's right here. I will show you where it sits. It sits here. Now these are the older leaves. The very first leaves, when it came, it didn't have much variegation on them, and then it grew. It's been growing. Some of these leaves are completely non-variegated, but it doesn't upset me. Some of these leaves have some splashes of variegation. This is the newest leaf, as you can see. It's a half moon leaf, and it's got a lot of variegation on it. Some of the variegations are crisping up because of maybe the light exposure is a little too much with some direct light falling on it in the morning, but I think it will adapt to this place. So I'm going to get this plant out so that you can have a better look at it. I hope I don't damage, because my plants are all intertwined and kind of living together. Okay, so here it is. There you go. Okay, the leaves are starting to get a little bigger with more light. That is, I've kept it in this spot and it's getting more light. This leaf is absolutely gorgeous, as you can see. It's really beautiful. It's a half moon leaf. Perfect. And this one is also really very beautiful. Okay, I intend to let this plant grow to the height of its moss pole and then take any cuttings from it if necessary. People have been asking me for cuttings, but no, I'm not going to cut this one anytime soon. So I'm going to let it grow to the top of this pole, and then I will take cuttings. I'm not in any hurry to propagate this one, but I am considering propagation because there are quite some beautiful leaves, and if it starts reverting like this, then I will definitely have to cut it out. So there are 3 leaves that have reverted. So there's like a pattern here. One variegated leaf, one green leaf, one variegated leaf, one green leaf, one variegated, and I'm expecting the next one to be a green one. So that's a pattern it's been throwing from the beginning. Now, because I had not mounted it on a moss pole properly, or because I had neglected for some time, it turned around to reach out to the sun. So one thing that you could do when you have plants like this is, when they are reaching out for light, every 15 days or every month or so, just turn the pot 25% so that the stem grows straight rather than twining and turning and leaning onto one side. So turning the pot really helps. But anyway, I'm happy with the way this plant is growing. It's been with me for a very long time, and now it's settled in my balcony. So I'm going to leave this fellow right here. The reason I'm doing it is because I have to get to my giant, my Monstera Deliciosa. So this is where my Monstera sits. It is on a step stand, the topmost layer of it, and it faces outside, again to the bright, again to the source of light. So this is a plant that needs light. You can't starve it of light, otherwise it won't grow well. So if you give it light, it's happy. And I'm going to just attempt to get it out. So please bear with me. But I will have to get a few things out of the way so that I make place for this Monstera to come out. So I've cleared out some area, and let's get to this fellow. I don't want to stress him out because the last time I moved it, I lost a leaf. You can see this one. It yellowed and one leaf went. Now this plant is a little root bound, as you can see that there are roots coming out the bottom here. Okay, here you go. So this one is my Monstera Deliciosa, and it is pretty big. The leaves have grown very big. I recently posted a picture of it on Instagram some time back, and I showed you, I've written a bit of detail about how big the leaves are, and a little bit about the plant. You can check that post out. It's a huge plant. So if you don't have space, then you don't go for this plant. If you have space, if you have a balcony, or if you have a spot where you can let the plant grow outwards, then keep the plant. If you have a big sprawling house with a south-facing window and a lot of light coming in, go for this plant. It's a statement plant. It's got these huge plate-like leaves with gorgeous fenestrations, you can see, and makes it look really, really stunning. This plant that I bought from Majivada Nursery was a very good buy, and it was a decent established plant. So it didn't have any problem growing over here, and the kind of light that I have is not very harsh, so it grew happily, and I'm happy with it. Now this is a plant that needs some attention. It needs bright light, it needs good nutrient rich well-draining soil, so you have to remember to fertilize it. I haven't been doing my part, frankly. For this one I don't fertilize that often, but it's been growing okay, and since the humidity is high in the rains, this plant is spreading and growing. There's no sign of a new leaf right now, but it does keep putting out a new leaf every now and then. So this is my Monstera Deliciosa, and I'm going to keep it back because it's occupying my entire balcony and I won't be able to move around. So it's going to go back right where it was. So now we move on to our next plant, which is the Monstera Esqueleto. Okay, so this one has been with me for some time, but it's not doing as well. It's not very happy, probably with the place that I've kept it. There is some crisping and the leaves are not exactly healthy. It was a smaller plant when I got it, but it's grown a bit. You can see that the newest leaf looks pretty healthy, and probably I will be putting it in a more sunnier spot. That is what it needs. It's a lot like the Adansonii, so probably the habit of the Adansonii is what it will mimic. So you can see that the leaves are so delicate. A little bit of shoving, moving will tear the leaves, and I have been kind of tearing it because it's over here. But I think I should find a better spot for it, a better place for it where it will grow really well. So this is the Esqueleto. It's got a beautiful new leaf. You can see that the new leaf is really gorgeous. It's still unfurling. You can see that. It's still unfurling. It's just new. So this is another Monstera that you commonly find in nurseries nowadays. They're very easy to find. I have another Monstera on this side. It's a Borsigiana. You can see. I'll get it out. I had got it when it was a small plant, and now it's been growing. This plant also needs more light, but I've kept it in a spot where the exposure is not very great. It's lesser light, but it's been growing. It's been growing slow. I won't remove it out because now it's kind of trying to hold on to that dry wall over here. So I'm going to train it up, and I feel it'll look really nice on this blank wall here. It's been growing consistently, not very fast because it's not getting everything that it wants. The leaves at the bottom are slightly droopy, but the leaves on the top are pretty okay. Not as much as I would want it to be. There are fenestrations in the newest leaf. It looks quite good. Even this one. This one's a more simple looking Monstera. But it's a beautiful one. If you like Monsteras, I'm sure you would want to collect as many as you can. So some plant enthusiasts who are experts in aeroids said that this is a Borsigiana, Monstera Borsigiana. So yeah. As you can see, this plant here looks like a Monstera, but it's not a Monstera. It belongs to a different genus. It is a Raphidophora tetrasperma, but the common name of this plant is Mini Monstera. You will hear many people calling it Mini Monstera. It's not a Monstera, so I won't include it in this video. I do have some other Raphidophoras. I'll probably make another Raphidophora video sometime down the line in the future. These also are very beautiful plants that have fenestrations and split leaves, which look really good. So this one here is my Monstera Dubia. This plant has been growing like crazy, as in it's been throwing shoots, and I've taken a lot of cuttings from it. There are a lot of propagations going on, and even after cutting it, it's grown a few new leaves, and the space between the nodes is lesser here. But I'm not happy with how it's not shingling and it's not growing leaves like this. The space between the nodes is too much. That's probably because of inconsistent lighting. I've been moving it around quite a bit, not got a spot for it. So I'm waiting to work on this plant and probably put it on a moss plank so that it has this consistent nutrition and moisture and humidity, and at the same time also give it enough light for it to grow consistently and beautifully. It's a very beautiful plant now. The dubia, when the leaves are young and it's a juvenile plant, the leaves look like this with this variegation and with all these silver markings on it. As it grows in its natural habitat and in the perfect conditions, some people do grow it really big and beautiful. That is when the leaves look completely different and they are not like this. This is the Monstera Dubia, and it's been with me for some time. I'm happy, but it should be, I should really work on giving it better light conditions so that it grows really happy. Okay, there's one more Monstera that I need to show you guys. This one is the Monstera Pinnatipartita. It's a new Monstera that I've got. This one looks quite a lot like the Peru for me, but it's different. It's got smoother leaves. The leaves are not pullate, and also you can see it came as a one-leaf plant, but a new shoot is coming, so it likes the conditions here. It's already started growing. It's a new plant, so it's not very old. Probably got it a couple of weeks back, and there's new growth. So I'm happy with this little plant, and I hope that it grows to be very big. This is the Pinnatipartita. Now the last plant that I want to show you is my Monstera Peru, which is in my bedroom dry area. I will go there and get it for you here. So this one here is the last Monstera that I will talk about. It's called the Monstera Peru. I just love the leaves, how incredible they are. They are commonly found nowadays in nurseries. If you look, you'll find them. And these leaves are so gorgeous. They got these bumpy, bullate leaves that look really striking. So this is one of my favorite plants. So now they are kind of fussy to grow. They don't grow that well all the time. Now I've been lucky with this one. He's been growing really beautifully. You can see that I've taken a lot of cuttings many times from this, and every time I've got a new shoot growing, and it keeps growing and growing and growing. And it also threw out new growth from the bottom, which I will again let it climb up this pole. Now I'm not a fan of cocoa coir poles. In fact, I dislike them. I will be changing this out and bringing a sphagnum moss pole in, so that the plant is happier then and it clings on to the pole properly. The cocoa coir pole, the reason that I don't like it is it just doesn't hold any water. It just dries up completely. I don't think it's very useful. Anyway, so this is my Peru. It started very small and it's grown so big, and I'm really, really thrilled. I love it when plants stay with us for a long time and they really grow over time, and then they throw new leaves and they do different things. So this is one of those plants that have been with me for a very long time, and I have built a bond with them, with this one. So this is one of my favorites, my Monstera Peru. Very pretty, no? This is my favorite leaf on this plant. It's just the perfect Monstera Peru leaf. Oh, just leaves. Slight yellowing here, it's okay. I don't stress over every yellowing leaf. So sometimes leaves yellow, they die. New leaves come in their place. So it's absolutely okay. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for notifications of new videos, so that you also can participate in the giveaways that we have planned for you this year. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram too for closer interactions and plenty updates that we do over there. I do hope to see you soon in a new video next week. Till then, stay green.